Vinyl records, the round, groove discs that spin on turntables, are more than just music carriers. They are pieces of history, science, art, and for many, a deep emotional connection. While they may appear vintage in a world dominated by streaming, vinyl is still spinning its way into clubs, collections, and conversations. But how exactly do they work, and why are they still treasured? Let's start at the very beginning. The story of vinyl begins long before your favorite artist's limited edition presses. It starts in the late 1800s with the invention of the phonograph by Thomas Edison. This was the first machine that could record and play back sound. Then came the gramophone, invented by Emily Ballina, which introduced the flat disc format, the great grandfather of modern vinyl. By the 1940s, vinyl records had become standard in music storage. According to legendary Ugandan DJ Sentongo Mukasa, also known as Paul Sense, vinyls were a high quality format of audio storage. Whoever owned one could say they owned the original copy. In Uganda, vinyl exploded in popularity in the 1970s and 1980s. Played on gramophones and later turntables, these discs dominated nightclubs like Susanna Nightclub, Club Tropicana, Club Pulsations, SM Sound, Soul Disco, and Angenois. Vinyl wasn't just a format, it was an experience. Let's talk about the science behind the sound. Each vinyl record has tiny grooves that spiral from outer edge to the center. These grooves aren't random, they carry the exact shape of sound waves. When you place the record on a turntable, a small needle called a stylus fits into the groove. As the record spins, the groove's bumps and dips make the needle vibrate. These vibrations are picked up by the cartridge, which converts them into an electrical signal. This signal is then amplified and pushed out through speakers as music. All of this is purely mechanical and analog. No digital processing, no screen, just pure motion and sound. That analog nature is a big part of vinyl's charm. As Paul Sense says, the vinyl reproduces the highest level of sound quality. Compared to other formats, it remains unmatched for mass production. Enter the turntable, a development of the 1960s that became popular in the 70s. Unlike the gramophone, the turntable needed an amplifier and speakers, but with this upgrade came new powers.
Vinyl affected the DJing industry in that there's what we call a pitch controller. So with the turntables, you have what they call a pitch controller. You can adjust the pitch of the song. So vinyl gave you the option of using that pitch controller, the professional turntables.
It allowed DJs to adjust song speed and mix tracks seamlessly, creating non-stop music flows in clubs. DJ Georgie DJ'd in the UK at Mystic London, Club 791 and Ice Rink Stetham, and in Uganda at Club Silk, Governor, Old Timers in Tinda, Zone 7 in Buya, and Riders Bar.
Yes, so vinyl greatly influenced the clubbing scene back then. It was stylish to play them, for starters. Then the only difference I can point out is there's what they call disco singles. So with the disco single, you're going to find an a cappella version, instrumental, extended version, that kind of thing. So it holds maybe 4 songs as opposed to the album version.
Vinyl gave DJs control. It was stylish, you had extended versions, a cappellas, and instrumentals. With the Technics 1200 and 1210 direct drive turntable, it was magic. This magic helped shape Uganda's club culture. From the 1970s to the early 2000s, vinyl reigned supreme. It lived on and grew stronger, said Paul Sense. Even when the cassette came, with advantages like lower cost and more songs, nightclubs still stuck to vinyl because of its unmatched sound. The biggest blow came with the compact disc. It was smaller, cheaper, and with the good sound output. But it had downsides. The CD was overcompressed, explained DJ Georgie. It never matched vinyl's depth. Still, vinyl almost vanished until now. In recent years, artists like Taylor Swift and Charlie XCX have released records filled with glitter, liquid, and powder. These aren't just music, they are collectible art. In Uganda, Themed oldies nights at clubs like Riders, Governor still spin vinyl. Collectors proudly showcase original pressings of Afrigo band albums, Marvin Gaye classics, and more. This is why the vinyl still matters. Mr. James Wasula, Executive Director of the Uganda Parliamentary Forum for Creative Industries and Director of the legendary Afrigo band, sees vinyl as more than nostalgia. Vinyl records were central to Uganda's nightlife from the 60s to the early 80s, he said. They capture sound in a way that's fuller and more natural. Wasula emphasized vinyl's analog purity. Unlike digital formats, vinyl preserves the full sound wave. You can hear the breath of a singer, fingers on guitar strings. It retains the soul of this music. That soul, that warmth, is why collectors still pay hundreds of dollars for rare records.
When it comes to the new music, I don't think vinyl really still has a place in Uganda, because vinyl is very expensive. Right now, it's very expensive. At times, you buy a single at $20. That makes it a bit tricky. However, for collectors, they wouldn't mind paying whatever amount.
Vinyl isn't just a format, it's a symbol of craftsmanship, of culture, and of connection. Whether you were a DJ spinning a set in Ntinda or a teenager discovering your parents' old records, vinyl still matters. In a digital world, it offers something tactile, timeless, and true. And as long as there are grooves to spin and stories to tell, the vinyl record will keep spinning. Until next time, my name is Shafiq Butanda. For more science and culture stories, follow Science Television Network.